So Naughty Dog created 2 amazing games starring their new mascot, Crash Bandicoot. And the big question was, could they do it again? And that question was answered less than a year later with Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. So like last time, the game opens up right where the previous one left off. The Cortex Vortex that Cortex created,
try saying that 3 times fast,
was destroyed and sent hurling towards Earth. And the falling death machine just so happens to land on the conveniently placed prison of the great and evil Uka Uka. As it turns out, this Uka Uka guy was behind Cortex's schemes the entire time, and now that he's free, he can take charge and make sure that Cortex does it right. But due to the fact that all the crystals on Earth at that time were used in Crash Bandicoot 2, there's not a power source left. So Uka Uka must seek help from Dr. Nefarious Tropy, the Master of Time, to go to the past and the future to get more power crystals. Luckily for our heroes, Aku Aku could sense the evil power of his brother Uka Uka, and get Crash and Coco to the time station before the villains could get there. So we begin the gameplay and we can already see that the hub world and the save station have made a return from Crash Bandicoot 2, which is awesome.
You're on my time, you little skunk! Give me the crystals!
The game controls very similar to Crash Bandicoot 2, except now you can collect more powers when defeating a boss, which are still easy, but hey, you get a cool power. These powers include a super body slam, double jump, tornado spin, a bazooka that would make Team Fortress 2's soldier jealous, and a super fast run that helps with time trial mode. Beating a level under a certain time in time trial mode allows you to collect a relic. Collecting all of these will help work towards 100%, you know, like the gems from before. There are 3 different types of relics: Sapphire relics, Gold relics, and Platinum relics. The Sapphire and Gold ones work towards 100%, but if you collect all the Platinum relics, which I still can't do to this day, it unlocks 105%. This may not be a big deal to many of you out there, but if you're a completionist like me, this will drive you mad because these times you need to get are impossible. But even though it's extremely difficult, the time trial still adds a fun challenge and gives a lot more replay value. So there are tons of improvements from the previous game. Improved boss battles, improved graphics, improved replay value, so it would seem like a perfect 10, right? Right? Unfortunately, no. There's still one huge minus for me in this game. And that would be the vehicle levels. Now they're not bad. I enjoy the motorcycle and the plane levels a lot, but there's just too many of them. Take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt, but I'm pretty sure that at least half of these levels are vehicle levels. In Crash Bandicoot 2, the 3D platforming levels had a bunch of different themes. There were jungle levels, sewer levels, snow levels, but for here, the platforming level themes are boring. There's only 4 of them I can remember off the top of my head. There's medieval times, there's an Arabian-looking level, there's a temple, and then there's the future. As you can probably tell, that's not a lot. And the first 3 I mentioned look the same because they all use the same oranges and yellows. I know there are a lot of Crash Bandicoot fans that consider Warped to be the best of the original trilogy, but I'm gonna have to go with Cortex Strikes Back as the best. Crash Bandicoot Warped just feels like it completely forgot that it was supposed to be a 3D platformer. I know, a lot of you love this game, and I love it too. It was part of my childhood as well. In fact, it was the very first 3D platformer I ever played. But I am not one to be easily blinded by nostalgia. In my opinion, this has to be the weakest title in the original trilogy. Because the first 2 games knew what they wanted to be, but then the 3rd game wanted to try something a little bit different and they went a bit too far with it. Crash Bandicoot Warped for the PlayStation 1 gets a 7 out of 10.
Fly away now.